This one's kind of curious.
A car is found in flames inside a parking garage at the Green Acres Mall. 2 bodies were inside.
And tonight we're told it was a double suicide. News 12 Long Island's Eileen the Palmer has the story.
This is the burned out car being towed away from the Green Acres Mall. Police got a call Sunday night at 11.
Look at the guy who photobombed this without even trying.
O'clock that the car was fully engulfed in flames on the roof of the Sears parking garage. After the fire was extinguished, police initially said they discovered the body of one person inside, and then a short time later police announced a second body had also been found in the car. The medical examiner has now determined that both were women. As police investigated what happened, the discovery was unsettling for people who work in the area.
Really? That is crazy.
Now, let me just pause that for a second. This guy was like really intrigued that something like that actually happened. Green Acres is one of these malls that has a reputation for being a really bad place to be. There are all sorts of muggings and robberies just in the parking lot alone. Like, you don't feel safe in a group of 10 there. Okay? So for this guy to be that surprised with this, I don't know.
At Green Acres.
There's not even any parking lot robberies.
Nothing, yeah, nothing.
You know, especially on this side, you know.
That's a curveball.
At 11 o'clock on a Sunday night, the mall itself is closed, but the parking garage is still open and accessible. And people who work in the area say it is very deserted here at night.
Well, no, they could have got killed there because it's so quiet. No one would have ever heard anything.
See?
Hours later, it was determined to be an apparent double suicide. Police said they ruled out homicide or any accidental car fire. There are security cameras on almost every level of this outdoor parking garage, and that helped police with this investigation. Well, at this point, we do not know what led these women to make that desperate choice of setting their car on fire to apparently take their own lives. As is standard with suspected suicides, police will not publicly release their identities.
So let's think about this for a minute, okay? It's very sad what happened. Yes, I understand that. We don't know who these people are because they're not releasing names. It's a shame, really. But let's think about it. 2 women in the car. Now, they're probably friends. Could have been sisters, maybe. Don't know. Could have been mother and daughter. We just don't know. But whatever it is, basically it came down to, let's just say they were friends. Maybe they were a little more than friends. So, you're in the car, you park, you go there knowing full well what you're going to do. Okay. You know that you're going to set your car on fire and end up dying. So anyway, it starts off where they get there and they park. Probably a little after the mall closed, and they start talking for hours. And, you know, it gets into the nitty-gritty about, do you remember the time we... I don't want to talk about it. No, really, this is our last shot. Well, yeah, I really had a lot of fun that night. But anyway, you know, whatever the situation was, getting on with it, or I guess they did. So now, like, you know, how do you do this? Do you just, like, take a lighter and just light the seat? You know, I mean, you can do that. You know, maybe they put like a little tea light candle just on the back seat. Okay? And let's say they were seat belted in the car too. Okay? Let's say they did that. Now, they put the lit tea light on the back seat. That's going to burn for, let's say, an hour. And with any luck, they took the metal thing off of it, so it doesn't contain all of that, and it does set the car on fire because that's what they wanted to do. So anyway, it burns down, the wax strips, the flame carries, and now the seat is on fire. Well, now as soon as that lights, smoke starts going. Now, the smoke, you know, the inside of a car isn't that big of an area, okay? the smoke is going to rise, as smoke does. It's going to rise. Now, you're in your seat, okay? Maybe you're seat belted, maybe you're not, makes no difference. And the car is now on fire. And you're watching, they move the rear view mirror so they could both see what the hell's going on back there, you know, and they're watching, oh my God, like, I think we're going to die. Wait, let me just get my phone and, like, Facebook this really quick. Let's take a selfie. What the fuck? Eventually, here's the point. It's going to get to a point where the smoke is going to rise, and the smoke gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker. Now, if you've ever seen a fire, or just on TV, on the interwebs, anything, the smoke starts filling up, and eventually, you can't breathe. Now, you can duck down in the seat and try to get some more air, and it's rapidly depleting because it's a very small area, and this shit is filling up right quick with that fucking smoke. And even if they had their seatbelt on, eventually the back of their seats is going to catch fire too, or it's going to get so smoky they're going to start coughing and wheezing and not going to be able to breathe, and there is absolutely nothing stopping them from grabbing the door handle and getting the fuck out of the car. There's something called a will to live, and it's very, very strong. Now, I understand some people have a death wish, but even so, you know, if you're going to hang yourself, it's once and done. I mean, once you go and do that, and you have a noose in the whole thing, you can try to grab the rope up here and pull yourself up in that, but eventually your arms are going to tire, and you're just going to hang, and it's going to cut off your airway, and you're going to die. Okay? It's pretty much, as soon as you fucking hang from that, that's going to be about it, unless somebody comes to help you. Because of any noises, if anything, that you're going to make. Maybe you'll end up kicking the chair over or something, and somebody will hear that and come running, or who the fuck knows. The will to live is extraordinarily strong. So I don't know how they just said, okay, we're like going to hold hands and like die together. And that's it? I don't know. Something's not quite adding up here. I don't know. I'm really curious here. That's why I'm actually asking you. I don't want to criticize what they did or anything like that, as much as it sounded like that, because I love to make jokes out of everything. But the point here is that the will to live is so strong. Was their will to die stronger? Lion wants to be with his daddy. I think if there was a fire or something, he'd let Daddy know right away. I don't know. That was really fucking weird. So, you tell me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like. Make sure you hit subscribe. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Well, I guess not yet. Don't need to start the video like that.